Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel, Shelly's Millions. We're going to again talk about those 20 states that are giving stimulus checks to their residents in 2022. And I have linked that article in the description down below. I'm wearing my Weeble shirt. This video is not sponsored by them. I actually just like them and I want a prize package from them on Instagram. So me and my mom both have Weeble shirts. And I like this because this looks like those little floating dollar signs that I used to put at the start of my videos. And last time, so link to Yada down below as well. I think they're giving, not Yada, Weeble, link in the description down below. And last time I mentioned that by using Yada Savings Bank, I had actually received more money back by just saving money with Yada because they do prizes, right? It's kind of like a lottery system where you can win up to $10 million using Yada Savings Bank. And I'm just going to show you guys how much money I've won so far. This is actually how much money I've won. Can you guys see that? It is, hold on. I never know how to hold my phone right. Is this telling you guys my whole account information? It's not. Anyway, $443.26 is how much I've won using Yada. And then the savings bonus, which is really more like the true interest rate, is only $32.93. But for those of you who are new to the channel, when I was saving money in Wells Fargo, that's who I have my mortgage with, literally I was getting like a penny back a month in interest, which is crazy. Banks are starting to raise their interest rates, but I really just don't know any bank. Again, that's over 2 years, but in 2 years, so what is that? $475, $76 and some change. So that's literally going to be more money back by saving my money in Yada Savings Bank than I'll be getting back from the middle class stimulus or whatever. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, well, how much money do you have saved in Yada Savings in order to get that kind of money back? Guys, it's not a lot. Right now, in my savings account, I've got $1,425.22 in there. Some of that money actually isn't even mine. My best friend that rents my garage, they can't afford, not they can't afford, they're not good at saving money. So they're like, Shelly, if I give you some money to hang on to for medical emergencies, will you do that? And of course, like if I'm just storing money, I'm going to store money where I'm going to make the most interest on it. So my friend's account is earning interest, or the money that I'm saving for my friend is earning interest. So $800 of that is their money. And then some of that money I'm going to need to use to transfer for other bills. Okay, so that's not what you guys came for. But I do like Yada Savings Bank. And legitimately, I have gotten more back from using them than I'm going to get from the middle class inflation relief stimulus check in the state of California. So a lot of people, though, wanted me to jump right into which of the 20 states are giving money back to their residents. So I'm going to share my screen and go right to that article. I guess I have to open up the second tab, though, first. So hang on one second. I have my link ready, though, this time. And this is, it's a Yahoo News article. I don't know if this is from, I don't know if this was originally written somewhere else. Okay, so let me get to sharing my screen so that you guys can see this. And happy Sunday, everybody. Please don't forget to like the video, say hello, all that fun stuff. Okay. Okay, here we go. All right. Let me make sure you guys can see this. Yep, it's not centered correctly, but that's okay. All right. So relief checks. At least 20 states are sending cash to their residents this year, and more could be coming. In the face of inflation worries, local politicians are trying to get cash. Oh, let's give credit to the person who wrote this article, Ben Worschel. Oh, also, I'm cooking food right now, so it is going to ding, and I'm going to have to pause this or take you guys with me. My kitchen's messy. I think I'm going to have to pause the stream to take my food out of the oven when it dings. Anyway, In the face of inflation worries, local politicians are trying to get cash to their citizens any way they can. An analysis by Yahoo Finance finds that at least 20 states have so far enacted plans to send checks into people's bank accounts. The efforts are made possible thanks to state budgets that currently are flush with funds and typically presented as a way to help people deal with inflation at a 40-year high. That's crazy. Let me close this pop up. Okay. And then here's this map, which is just great. So, guys, all the dark purple, those are the states that are giving money back. If it's light purple, they're not doing anything. So see how when we hover over Texas, nothing's happening. Let's hover over Florida, or I guess we have to hover and click. When we hover and click over Florida, again, nothing. So let's work our way, I guess, from left to right, and go over those states in dark purple that are giving the money back. I'm checking for your questions real quick. Okay, so Rhonda says, what is my take on people that don't file taxes because they don't make enough? In my humble opinion, not fair that only people that file taxes will get a stimulus check. So again, that's how California is handling it. And I think it sucks, Rhonda. My mom is one of those people that don't file because she doesn't make enough. So my mom missed out on the Golden State stimulus check, and she's not going to be getting this middle class inflation relief stimulus check either. And I'm going to get it. And I can easily tell you, I'm still working. I just switched jobs, part of the great resignation, the great reshuffle. And I'm making more money. I'm making more money now. And I could use the money, right? Every time it's like 2 steps forward and 1 step back. Every time you just start to get forward, something throws you back. I finally was like, whoo, good. I just took my car for repairs. I've recently got tires, all of this. And guess what just came in the mail? My car registration. And it's not too much money, but it's an extra $160. And that's $160 that I had forgotten. Oh, it's time to register my car in. Because we're also going to talk about refinancing your car. Oh, shoot. I am going to take you guys with me because I'm making egg bites in the oven and they are dinging. My house is messy though. So if you see any parts of my messy house, no, you didn't. And of course, my lighting's going to get bad as I do this. And Rhonda, of course, I'm going to try and address, I like to try and address all of my viewers' questions. All right, hang on. We're going through my messy kitchen right now. I won't sing. Sorry, I got to pull my egg bites out of the oven. Okay. So any finance channel is going to tell you, don't spend your money at Starbucks. All of my coworkers show up with Starbucks all the time. And there's one right beneath where I work. And I didn't accidentally go there, but I went there. And how am I going to get this out? How am I going to hold my laptop and get this out, guys? Okay. You want to see how my egg bites came out? They look pretty good. I really like Starbucks egg bites. Let's show you. One's really too high, too. Don't judge my dirty kitchen. Anyway, those are my egg bites. Don't burn my face off either. So I've made my own egg bites because I really like Starbucks egg bites. And one is really puffy, and that one thing is not burnt egg bite. It is sun-dried tomato. Okay. That's the last distraction today. Okay, so anyway, Rhonda, it sucks. My mom can use the money way more than I can. And I just had an I'm going to back up so that to decrease the chances there's some artwork, some pool noodles. What am I doing with this? Can I show you guys this? Down here, those are some of the things for the video I'm going to be working on with my mom that she doesn't know about. I don't think I spoiled the surprise. But anyway, okay, here we go. We're back in the blue filming room. Sorry about that. Egg bites done. Save money, make your own egg bites. Don't go to Starbucks. Even though I definitely went to Starbucks this week. So it sucks for people that don't make enough to file taxes, and so they're not going to get the refund. I don't think there needs to be a way for them to get it. Now, I could swear that with the Golden State stimulus, that people who didn't make enough, people on Social Security, SSI, that they were supposed to get the Golden State grant and that it was supposed to automatically be sent to them. And Mom, if you can clarify in the comments like why you didn't get that, that would be helpful to me and all my viewers. But she didn't get that either. So it's really terrible. People that make such a small amount of money that they're not even required to file taxes, guarantee you that is who needs it the most. Now, my mom wants me to be very careful, right, when I explain this to you guys. She does very well with the amount of money that she has. She budgets well. She has a little bit of savings. She enjoys her life. She goes to the senior center, but she's not struggling. And I once was like, "Oh, my mom can't afford to like repair her tire if it pops." And she was like, "Yes, I can." But it stresses her out, right? She can afford it, but if my mom needs a pair of new shoes at the same time that she needs new tires, maybe she doesn't buy both in the same month. Maybe she buys the new tires one month and she buys new shoes the next month. And guys, again, no shade to my mom. Mom, you do very well on what you have, and I'm so proud of you. But when my mom gets new shoes, she's either going to Payless or she's going to Walmart. And that's not terrible. Nothing wrong with going to Payless or Walmart. But I just turned 45 last week and I'm in customer service. I'm on my feet all day. When my mom does work, because she still works sometimes, she sells items at the swap meet. And when my mom does work, she's on her feet all day too. Now, I hurt my leg, my knee, and my foot in 2019 when I was at work. There was a lot of stairs. I'm carrying around a lot of extra weight right now. I have been for several years. And the shoes that you wear at work are important. And again, nothing wrong with going to Walmart or Payless, but f I am fortunate. I read that Birkenstocks are good for your feet, and I was able to buy Birkenstocks. For those of you who don't buy Birkenstocks, they're $100 shoes. Now that I'm at my new job, my back was hurting me. I needed new shoes. I went to DSW. I used to wear Doc Martens when I was much younger. I bought myself a pair of Doc Martens. Again, those are more than $100 shoes. My mom, I'm not sure if my mom has ever spent $100 on shoes. Many, many people cannot afford $100 shoes. Many, many people have to tell their children no when their children want docs. I think I bought my first pair of docs used, by the way, when I say that I got them when I was younger. I was a teenager. Or like my mom and my grandma went in together on them, you know? So, yes, my mom is okay if something happens, but sometimes my mom will look at my shoes and she'll say, "What are those? Those look really comfortable." And then when I tell her the price, she's like, "Ah, it's not worth that." And I think unfortunately that when when your budget is that tight, it sucks because you can't buy a pair of shoes that actually might make your back hurt less when you're at work, which then might allow you to work more hours. Like if you have the right pair of shoes, that can help you pick up hours if somebody calls out sick. But if you're in so much pain because your shoes aren't giving you the right support that like your body physically can't handle picking up another shift, then you don't pick up another shift and you miss that money. And that's what I think people don't understand about poverty. And that's what they say, like people don't factor in. I had a friend ask me if I thought that if everybody went to the same school, would that give people the same opportunities? And I don't think so. I think that people that come from single parent households families that are financially struggling, it's not the same situation necessarily. Even if we all went to the same school, education was exactly the same, we all had access to the same schools. It it doesn't always help because what matters is what happens when you get home from school. Are there, 12, 13, 14-year-old, 15-year-old kids who get home from school who are asked to keep an eye on their younger siblings? And there's nothing wrong with that. But if so, that might mean that they're not able to focus as much on their homework that they got from that same school as someone who isn't asked to watch their siblings. Do these people have more money to pay tutors? Do the parents need help with chores, Like, are the parents able to help, like, answer questions from homework, or are the parents, like, off working 2 jobs just trying to make ends meet? All of those things are gonna factor in to how well somebody does, even if we were given access to all the same classes in the same school. A lot of the success rate is what's able to happen when you're at home, and I'm sorry, but, like, if you're in a household with 2 incomes where the parent is home in the evenings to help you with your homework, your chances in that situation would be better than someone whose parent is working 2 jobs and maybe not able to be home, and no shade to those parents, like, that is how I grew up, but, like, everybody's situation is different, some people may have a parent that's at home, but they're not willing to help. So, you know, just because everybody has access to the same things wouldn't necessarily make everything an equal playing field. Okay, end rant on that. So, Rhonda, I hope that answers your question. Let's keep getting into the questions. And again, you guys, if you are um just popping in, the article that I have up are the 20 states that are giving out stimulus checks in 2022. All of the states that are in dark purple are planning on giving out some stimulus funds, but the states that are in light purple, like Texas and Florida, are not planning on giving out any stimulus money. Um, Rhonda says, let me add that people are legit on low fixed income. Yes. And Rhonda, are you getting assistance from SNAP and food stamps right now? Because if you are low income, please make sure to use that resource. There's no shame in that. Um, and something that my mom learned during the pandemic, actually, kind of because of my videos and because, like, I was encouraging my coworkers who had all been furloughed and laid off to, like, see if they were eligible for food stamps. My mom went out and tried to apply again, and she wasn't eligible before, but now she is. And Rhonda, again, you are welcome. I always try and answer my viewers' questions. All right, Spider, it's easier said than done. Everything will be okay. Don't give up. Absolutely. And I'm really trying to work on seeing things in a more positive light to attract that positive energy into my life and not focus on the negative. Because as much as I just went on a rant about how I wish my mom could afford a pair of $100 shoes that might make her back feel better, um, at least she can afford new shoes. At least she has shoes. She also is a veteran, and sometimes they pay for special shoes for her. So, again, she does very well with what she has. She's resourceful. Um, I don't even think she wants, even if she knew that, like, these shoes would, like, cure all of her aches and pains, I don't think she would spend $100 on shoes. Um, but, like, those kinds of things definitely make a difference. But yeah, please don't give up, you guys. And ask me financial questions. I'm not a financial advisor, but sometimes I have some good tips. And I mentioned that I was going to talk about people are taking on car loans that are really expensive. Guys, number one, in my opinion, a car just needs to get you back and forth to work, right? Um, do focus on a car that's good on gas. If you have a larger family, focus on the needs of your family. If you have a business where you need a truck, focus on that. But maybe look at used vehicles. And if you're dead set on getting a new car, I want you to do a couple things. One, really just get the cheapest new car that will suit your needs. There's no need for a BMW or a Lexus or an Infinity. I know a lot of my viewers already have those vehicles. They bought them years ago. That's okay. But like, don't go out and finance that, All these car payments, they're saying that car payments are starting to be more than $700 a month. I am trying to work on having $1 million in net worth. If I'm paying $700 a month and a car payment, that's not going to help me reach that goal. Unless like I already like made like crazy amounts of money. So one, try and find something more affordable. Is it your dream car? Maybe not, but like really, really, the car just needs to get you back and forth. And if it gets you back and forth reliably, that's the number one thing to look for if you are shopping for a new car. If you already have a car and you're struggling with the payments, maybe see about trading it in for a used car. The other thing that I want everyone to do if you are making car payments is please, please, please check with a credit union. So whoever you originally financed your car with, even if it's a pretty low rate, I refinanced my car about 3 times, I wanna say, in the first year, and, um, originally, I was only paying 2.99% interest on my car. Then I got an offer from Claremont Toyota, thanks Claremont Toyota, that was like, "Hey, if you come in and let us refinance your car," I think they offered I wanna say it was like $1,000, but it might have only been like 100, just to go in and see if they could refinance your car for cheaper, and I was like, "Whatever, I want my $100," and I went, but they also gave me a lower interest rate. I wanna say that interest rate was 1.99%. So I did it. There was no fees for, like, refinancing the car. And then my coworker told me, and this is what I want you guys to do, I want you to check with your local credit union. The credit union that I used to refinance my car for the 3rd time was First Entertainment Credit Union. You don't necessarily need to be a member of the entertainment industry in order to use a credit union's services. The other credit union that I'm aware of is, I think it's called Navy Federal Credit Union. And I don't know why this is, but credit unions typically will offer you a lower interest rate. That lower interest rate, I think I was paying 1.69. Now interest rates are creeping up, so I don't know even if you have perfect credit, I don't know if you're going to get a 1.69% interest rate. But I do believe that if you go and you refinance your car with a credit union, that there is a very good chance that you can lower the basically lower your car payment each month. The goal would be to pay it off at the same time, but lower your monthly payment because you're paying less interest on that loan. So please, please, if you have a car payment right now and your car payment is not financed through a credit union, I do encourage all of my viewers to call a credit union and see what it would take to refinance with a credit union. Someone asked me if that will put a ding on your credit score. Yes and no. Anytime you open a new line of credit, it might ding your credit score a little bit. But also keep in mind that when you refinance your car payment to a credit union, you're going to be paying off the loan that you had with whoever was financing your car before, and then that's going to help. I want to say when I refinanced my car, it lowered my credit score by like 5 points for a month, and then my credit score actually improved. Okay, Joel, any updates about anyone with a negative AGI and their 2020 taxes? I have a couple people asking about this already, and I don't know what to say if they are eligible. I sent a tweet out. I figured out that source. Hold on, I gotta text my work really quick. Um, uh, I gotta tell them to call 1-800. I have this number memorized. 241. Sorry, guys, our Coke machine's not working. at work. Okay. I don't, Joel, but let me see who I tweeted at. I found that source that I was talking about last time. You guys, if you don't already follow me on Twitter, follow me on Twitter. It's Shelly's Millions, all one word. I don't really post a lot there, but might as well. Okay. Oh, last week I only won 49 cents with the auto bank, but whatever. Okay. The website was Cal EITC for me. This is what their, maybe we'll go to their Twitter page in a second. And Joel will pull up that FAQ in a minute. I'm just gonna scroll really quick. Blah 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 blah. Nope. Guys, I really want to eat those egg bites that I just cooked. They smell delicious. Okay. So I don't, but Joel, let's Google it together in a second. Rhonda says, you have to be really careful on just buying food and driving because it is so expensive. Yep, there's another tip for you guys. Combine your errands. So that's why I was a little late this morning. I needed to do some laundry. I needed to go to the bank and I needed to put gas in my car. Like it's really important now that gas is so expensive, like combine those errands. Also like plan the route. Like make sure that you're like not driving back and forth. So I kind of like went in a circle. Um first I did my laundry, then I went to the next stop, which was the bank, and then on my way home, I went to the gas station and then I came home. And now I'm making egg bites because I do not, every finance channel is going to tell you not to spend money on things that are unnecessary like Starbucks. I also want to say that it's really difficult. Like if you're in an office and all your coworkers are buying Starbucks regularly. And there were 2 mornings this week where I didn't have time to make my coffee before I went to work and I went to Starbucks. But man, like that hit on your wallet is not worth it. Hi, Alex. TurboTax, you saw at your state AGI is negative. We're going to look into that. I'm going to check. We're going to check. Oh, it still says you only need to make under 75K and doesn't specify on the negatives. We're going to Google that in a second together because that's what Joel wants to know. Hi, Andrew. Did I have a good birthday? Yours was the 4th and I'm a little after. Well, happy belated birthday to you too, Andrew. Mine was the 6th. I didn't have the greatest birthday. I feel like I should have just gone to work. I took the day off and you guys know that I love Taco Bell, right? I still love Taco Bell, but Taco Bell, if you somehow come across this, you ruined my birthday. So I live in Southern California, and there were all these news articles about the Cheez-It tostada. It was some tostada that was supposed to be, instead of using like a tortilla for the tostada base, they were going to put it on a giant Cheez-It. And they ran out. They were supposed to have it at one store in Irvine, right? And I live like 2 hours from Irvine, but that's what I wanted to do on my birthday. I wanted to drive to Irvine and get the Cheez-It tostada. But luckily, and I've run a bunch of work errands. I took 2 vacuum cleaners to get repaired. And so my plan was I was going to get up, get dressed, drop the vacuum cleaners off for work that needed repaired, drive out to pick up my mom and to take me and my mom all the way to Irvine to try the Cheez-It tostada from Taco Bell. But after I dropped the vacuum cleaners off, I thought to myself, I was like, you know what? I was like, these items often sell out, but I think it had been out for like less than a week. It hadn't been like the 2 weeks that they said they were going to have it. I was like, I better call to make sure they have it before I drive all the way to Irvine. So I called, and of course they're like, oh no, we were sold out. And so then also my mom likes to see me on my birthday, but then like I just didn't feel like driving out there even to see my mom. So Taco Bell ruined my birthday because they didn't have the Cheez-It tostada. Guys, and also I don't know where I've gone wrong in my life where that's what I wanted to do for my birthday, but I did, and then I didn't get to do it, and I didn't get to see my mom. Okay, I'm going to stop talking about that. Okay, Patrick. It's nice how I keep it so real. So Patrick, I grew up poor. That's why I'm keeping it real. That's why I want to be a millionaire. People say that you need to have your why, right? My mom, her birthday's in June. My mom and my best friend also got my Weeble shirt on. Don't forget to check out the link. They're giving out 6 free stocks right now. And you might be like, Shelly, we're on fixed income. Why are you encouraging people to like invest and get stock? Because I would like to see every single one of the people who have ever stumbled across my videos be financially secure or learn about investing. So that's why. And you know what? I think banks and I think they discredit people who are poor. No, guess what? We might not have the same opportunities that other people have, but we can have goals and we can meet our goals as well. And we can learn about investing and we can learn how to do the best that we can to get ourselves out of whatever financial situation we're currently in. But I grew up really poor. My mom still lives in a trailer. My mom is my why. I would love to make enough money to take her to any doctor that she wanted to go to. And if that doctor recommended that she see a specialist, to have the money to take her to the specialist, even if it meant I would love to have the money that if they were like, there's one doctor in Paris that can fix her. Really, what I want is my mom to live forever, right? But obviously that's not possible. But I would love to give her like as many years, as many good years as possible. So I don't know if I will hit no, you know what? I'm not going to say that. Like, I'm going to somehow figure out how to do that. I'm going to figure out how to make that level of money. But yeah, we grew up poor. And right now my mom has to go to the VA because that's where she gets free health care. My mom was a veteran, so she's able to go to any VA hospital. Now, first of all, there's only like 3 VA hospitals in Southern California. I drive her, and if she doesn't like her doctor, it's not like you can go and get a second opinion. It's like that. It is what it is. Like, that's your doctor. That's who you have to go to. And I hate that. Now, my mom is also pretty picky about doctors, so it might take I don't know how we're going to have enough money to find her a doctor that she likes, but that would be the the end goal. My glasses are foggy right now. Okay. So true. It's the support you get at home can make a world of difference. Yes. Hi, Sean. Okay. Hi, Grandma Ducky. Thank you for saying happy belated birthday. Rhonda, they told you only qualify for $6 a month. Still get those food stamps. So Rhonda's talking about food stamps because right, $6 is $6. So my mom goes to the food bank. Rhonda, I don't know how old you are. And it's such a juxtaposition, right? My mom qualifies to go to the food bank both because of her income and because she's a senior, and the government wants to make sure that seniors have balanced nutrition. Guys, I would not make my mom go to the food bank if she didn't want to, but she goes to the senior center anyway. She's like, I'm here, I'm eligible, I might as well use those resources. So also, no shame in going to the food bank. But Rhonda, right now there's a boost. So I can't remember how much the boost is. I want to say it's like $180. So even if you qualify for only $6, they'll give you a boost for a few more months. I don't know. Take the $6 because also, so at the food bank, they do sometimes give you fruits and vegetables. You need to eat them quickly because they will go bad quickly. They give you a lot of canned items, but like sometimes my mom's got steaks. Sometimes my mom's got like really like amazing like macaroni and cheese dinners. I've eaten the food bank food that my mom gets, and no shame in it. Like if me and my mom, what's important to us is spending time together, right? My mom doesn't care if I'm ever a millionaire. My mom doesn't care if I could fly her to the best doctor in Paris. That's what I want. I want to be able to do that for her, but she doesn't care. And on the flip side of that coin, I don't care if my mom's like, hey, Shelly, I got this really great macaroni and cheese in a big tray. And she's single, right? I'm single. We're both single. Yeah, you know what? If my mom wants me to come over and eat some macaroni and cheese that she got from the food bank, I'm going to do it. Like, it's not like, oh, you got that from the food bank. I'm not going to eat that. No, guess what? It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. But Rhonda, so my mom, all her amount that she qualifies isn't that much either, but she is getting the boost. I think the boost is ending People are going to get the boost for the month of July in August. So go ahead and take that $6. Plus, even $6, my mom likes coffee. And I don't think they give you coffee at the food bank. And $6, unfortunately, isn't going to cover coffee. But something that she doesn't get at the food bank that $6 would cover is cream for the coffee. So whatever, that's free coffee creamer if you drink coffee creamer. Take the $6. Is it like earth shattering? No, but like you mentioned, when you're on a fixed income, every little bit helps. So take that $6, use it to get something that you were going to get anyway, something that you maybe can't get from the food bank, and do it. Okay. Social justice warrior. I wish I can afford things, but I'm broke. That is the case for so many of my viewers. But I still want to try and help everyone become financially educated. Rhonda, I'm raising my vibration and manifesting abundance. It will happen. I love that, Rhonda. Thank you. I love that for you. Okay, social justice warrior says, the only car I can afford is a 90s Honda. It's kind of sad. Why is that sad? That is not sad. That is a smart decision. Don't be sad. And also Hondas, those go forever and forever and forever. And every mechanic knows how to work on a Honda. Get a Honda and drive that thing into the ground. Not sad. Get it with your 90s Honda. Okay, Sophie. Just before the pandemic, I was laid off for the first time in my life. I applied for food stamps. I qualified for $16 a month. Just crazy. Yeah. And that is the case for a lot of people. But guys, right now they are still giving out that boost. So take your $6, take your $16. They have raised it a little bit. Use it. Like, don't turn it away. Like, and I know it's not going to go very far, but it'll go somewhere. Take it. Take it if you qualify for it. All right. Live your life. I'm trying to pay off my debt, including my car. So please live your life. Check out refinancing your car with a credit union. And if you're able right now to afford your car payments, great. But having a lower interest rate, maybe you can keep paying the same amount and pay it off faster. And I'm so proud of you for working on paying off your debt. Hi, Akila. Also, you said, hi, boo. So hi, boo to you as well. Okay, Rhonda, you're still driving your 2003 Honda that you bought brand new. It has 350,000 miles on it. It has been very good to you. Thank God. Yeah. So social justice warrior, look at that. Drive that thing into the ground. And you know what? Even if you need a new transmission or a new motor, guess what? Replacing the motor, replacing a new transmission, that is going to cost less than buying a new car. So Rhonda, I am all for that. My last car lasted just over 300,000 miles. And then unfortunately, it got in a car accident and never really recovered after that. I tell people that I think the car it hurt itself. It ended its own car life because it was like, girl, you need a new one and you're never going to give me up. So we're just going to put me out to pasture, please. So, yeah. And after I bought my car, I've had my car since 2013 and it now has over 100,000 miles on it. They called me the next day and they're like, do you love your new car? And I was like, I don't know, how would I know that yet? I was like, I'm going to love it if this car makes it to over 300,000 miles like my last car. I was like, so call me in 16 years and let's find out if my car lasts that long. And if it does, then yes, I'm happy and I love it. And I was like, and if it doesn't, then no, I don't love it. And I still feel that way. I do love my car. So far, my car has been very good. Car maintenance is important. Again, that's something that when you're on a fixed income budget, it's easier said than done. When you have the money to maintain your car, you're going to need to repair your car less. Again, guys, still believe in all of us. Do we both? Guys, and if you're just tuning in, you're popping in because of the title of this video. The 20 states that are giving some sort of stimulus rebate back in 2022 are these states in dark purple that are on the map. Okay. That's how you feel about your Camry. It's paid for. You're rolling it until it conks out. Yep. Love it. Okay. Sophie, you have $1,900 left on your auto loan. So excited. Sophie, so proud of you. That is amazing. Okay. All right. You guys are all hyping each other up. I love it. Okay. Vanessa, hi. Does Andrew own his Lexus? I believe he does own his Lexus. And I do own my Prius. Best to buy a car flat out. If you can, that would be nice. And guys, when I bought my Prius, I couldn't afford to buy it flat out. And I remember going into the dealership and my payment was, I want to say, $369 a month. And to me, that would still seem like a lot of money. I don't have $369 a month for a car payment. And so what people are doing now is they're financing for longer. But another way to kind of reduce your auto loan payment is by getting a lower interest rate. A lower interest rate is going to make that monthly payment lower, which is why if you have a car that is not paid off, I do recommend checking with a credit union. And the two that I know of are First Entertainment Credit Union and Navy Federal. Or is it Navy First Federal? Navy Federal Credit Union. If you Google that, it'll come up, and First Entertainment Credit Union. And I know with people think, oh, well, you have to be a member of the entertainment industry to be like with the credit union. And I would count as a member of the entertainment industry. That's how I found out about them, because I worked for a movie theater, but you don't actually have to be employed in the entertainment industry in order to potentially get refinanced through a credit union. Okay. Yeah, everyone will meet their goals. Oh, you guys are great. Ben, hi, Ben. You would buy an old early 2000s car fully just to avoid a car note. You kind of don't like the idea of a car payment, especially now. Yeah, I feel the same way. Used car that you can totally pay off are the way to go. I love you guys hyping each other up. Okay. Sophie, I am glad that you're finally out of those dark, scary years as well. Okay. Gas is cheapest in Compton and in Paramount, just an FYI. That's awesome. I finally paid less than $6 a tank today. James says, I cut back on Starbucks because I would buy it daily. I save 100 a year by not doing that anymore. Yes, that is good advice. And guys, I'm just going to say again, if you're dragging your feet, if you don't want to do Webull in the stock market and get your 6 free stocks, that's fine. But Yada Savings Bank, in my opinion, there's no reason like not to do this. This is how much, can you see this? Is it too little? 400, because they do prizes. It's kind of like a lottery system. $443.26 in prizes. And then the savings rate is $32.93. And those two totals combined are $475. So just by using Yada Bank, and that is how much I've won in like 2 years, but that's more than I'm going to be getting back from the stimulus check. So I really like them. And you guys are going to be like, well, how much money do you have saved to get that back? Again, not that much. My account balance right now is $1,425, and $800 of that is to help a friend save money. So my Yada Savings Bank link is down below. And the reason why there's prizes like that is because I've won 3 cents so far this week. Because they do like a lottery kind of system, right? So they pull a number. So it's like kind of like you play the lottery, but like with your own money. Sort of. And you don't spend money for these lottery tickets. Like you just get like a percentage of tickets based on how much you have saved. And you get an extra 100 tickets if you use my link below. And if for any reason that link doesn't work, use code Michelle20. And yes, don't buy Starbucks. And that's why I just made some egg bites at home. Good for everyone trying to get out of debt, be frugal, and don't care what others think. Love that. That is also good advice. Truth seeker. I would never go 2 hours away for chocolate. That's what I wanted to do for my birthday because I wanted that stupid Cheez-It tostada, and I didn't end up doing that. And yes, gas is expensive, but like that was like going to be my whole like birthday thing. And it's my friend bought me bought me like takeout pizza, which was nice, but yeah. You once drove half a day for Taco Bell. I would totally do that. For Del Taco. Interesting. Okay. I also like Del Taco. Anyway. Okay, James, my parents are very wealthy, but they believe strongly that I have to feel the struggle of life too. They wanted me to see what it's like to work your way up, and you're grateful for it. Well, thank you for sharing that. And yeah, I mean, I think that's like a good lesson. Okay. Death's not worth it. Totally agree. James, my parents are yep. We just read that one. Manifest it will happen. I would like to manifest that the dang Taco Bell puts that Cheez-It tostada out at all their locations, so I don't have to drive 2 hours to get it. Okay. The Reyes family. My older brother served in the United States Army, and he went to the VA in the city of Long Beach by Seal Beach. Yes. And the VA is a nightmare. You spent many hours days at the VA with my husband. Yeah, my mom hates all doctors, but like the VA hospital does not necessarily have a very good reputation. My mom likes the one in Loma Linda. And you guys know that I kind of live in West LA. So I live closer to the VA in West LA, but my mom doesn't want to go there. And my mom kind of lives like where it's equal distance between all of them. From her house, it's about 30 miles, no matter which VA she would want to go to. And I do like the one in Loma Linda a little bit better. Okay, Live Your Life says, your parents are right to let you make your own way. You will be hungrier and more motivated. Yes, and no shade to anyone, but there's a certain security in knowing that, like, your parents even might be able to pick you up if you failed, or like if you wound up with a big hospital bill, or like if they, would they let you go hungry? Because I think that's what a lot of poor families face. Like, and again, no shade to you or your family. I think it's great that they're teaching you a lesson, but I grew up knowing that if my mom, I'm not going to have any inheritance ever. My grandma didn't have money. My grandma lived in a trailer. My mom actually lives in my grandma's trailer, right? No shade to that at all. My mom does well with what she has. But I know if I fall and I break my ankle, I need to have health insurance. I need to be able to afford the co-payment. Dental work is incredibly expensive. And a lot of you guys are commenting that you've also gone to the VA hospital. You know that dental work is not included. And if it is, it's a long, lengthy process to get the dental work approved. And even then you have to pay a lot of money. When my mom needed dentures, I lent her the money. Now, you guys, I offered for her not to have to pay me back, but she does not like that. She wants to pay me back. And then now I have this joke that as long as she owes me money, she's not allowed to die. So I'm good with my mom owing me money. She pays me back. I wouldn't make her, but she wants to. That like makes her feel good. I'm not a terrible person. As a matter of fact, my mom would indicate that I'm a terrible person if I don't let her pay me back. But anyway, dental work is very expensive, but I grew up I grew up public education, guys, they're right there. I grew up knowing that like I have me to rely on. My family I have like extended family, but in California, it's me and my mom. So I have myself to rely on. And that's it. That's what I have. So I knew that I had to make it work. And that definitely makes you hungry. And if I fail, there's no one to fall back on. There's no one that can help me. My mom would help me to the best of her ability. And of course, she would let me live with her. And I'm sure she would let me borrow her truck. And I'm sure that, like I mentioned, she goes to the food bank. I'm sure she would give me her food bank food. Like my mom, even though I'm a grown adult, would make sure that I'm not hungry, that I had a roof over my head, and that I could have transportation. But I have me to count on. So I'm trying to make it happen. And it's difficult sometimes. Okay. Happy birthday. Oh, I wish it was my 21st birthday. I just turned 45. Woo, and I feel it. You get food from churches to get food. Yeah. Food banks oftentimes happen at churches. And I'm also going to say, no shame in going to the food bank for food. And you don't need to, if the food bank is being held at a Catholic church, you don't need to be Catholic to go get food from the food bank. And you're not going to go and get the food, and they're not going to try and like force you to be Catholic. If the food bank is at the synagogue, they're not going to go and try and convert you to be Jewish. If the food bank is at the mosque, you're not going to go and like to the food bank and they're not going to try and convert you to be a Muslim. They're just there to make sure that you have what you need, no questions asked. I'm sure if you wanted to talk to the people, actually, like my mom now volunteers at the food bank. I guess it's at the senior center and it's not at a church, but you can go and use the services that the churches are facilitating, the churches, Catholic Church, synagogues, mosques. You don't need to be a member of the faith in order to utilize those services. And I think that's really important to remember. Okay. Ed, you'd like to treat somebody to Del Taco. What about me? It was my birthday and Taco Bell did me wrong. Hi, Prince Ali. Your friend wants to buy a car, an old 2008 BMW for $12K. I think you should get something more practical like a Toyota. A car is just a car. Yes. Prince Ali, please tell your friend this for me. And there's 46 of you in here. Guys, please like the video. And if you're in here to see which 20 states are giving out stimulus money in 2022, it is all the states that are in dark purple on that Yahoo Finance map. It's different amounts and different income requirements. And I'll probably go over that really quickly at the end of the video. I had planned on focusing more on it, but it took a turn, and I actually secretly love when the topic of conversation changes a little bit. Prince Ali, at one point in my life, I was thinking to myself, oh, I need to look the part, right? If I want to get a promotion, if my boss needs a ride somewhere, this was when my car almost had 300,000 miles and it was a Mitsubishi Mirage. And I think there was like a big old dent in the side of it and all this stuff. I was like, I should have a car that I'm not embarrassed to give my boss a ride in. Nope. Who cares? Also, if your boss needs a ride and you're willing to give it to them, like, who cares what you're driving? But I did look at a used BMW. BMWs, they need premium gas. So you can't put like the 87 gas that's $5.89 in the car. He's going to have to put like the premium grade gas. I don't know why they need premium gas, but they do. So you know how gas, it's like the number 87 gas is the cheapest, and then the number 89 gas is like the middle one, and then the number 91 gas is the most expensive one. BMW, according to the owner's manual, you need to use the number 91 gas. I don't know why that is. If anybody does, please tell me in the comments. But like using the cheap gas, that's going to be an added expense. It's probably going to cost more to insure a BMW than it would like a Toyota or a Honda. And repairs, BMW German car, even like Volkswagen, Jettas, if it's a foreign car and a German-made car, even if it's not a German-made car, it's a luxury brand, right? BMW is a luxury brand. Luxury brand cars cost more to repair. So please show your friend this segment. Where are we in this video? This is the 53-minute mark. So Prince Ali, please, please, please just share, fast forward this video, watch it, this part of the video again with your friend. Prince Ali, I think you're the one that refinanced with a credit union based on kind of some advice that we talked about on this channel, and that makes my heart happy. I love that. So make sure that your friend, whatever they buys it through a credit union. And yeah, don't saddle yourself with car payments, get them as low as you can. The only time when I would maybe say you need like a car that really is looks good is if you're a real estate agent and you're going to be driving clients around, or maybe any business where you would be driving clients around. Then you need a car. Then you might need a car that says, hey, I've been successful in my line of work, right? If you're driving a car with like dents and is a million years old, your clients may judge you based on that. So that may be a factor. But if it's just something that you need to get you to and from work, Buy the cheapest, most reliable car you can afford. Okay, let's see what else is going on, guys. I can't go too far over because guess what? I'm going to go to the gym today. Um, we're getting ripped tonight. I don't know if that's what that means, but anyway, ripped, like we're fit. Anyway, I need to go to the gym, so I have to be there by 1, so I can't go too far over. Truth, you're a caregiver, and absolutely right. People want the investment of time. Yeah, spend time with people, and um, I bet if you're watching this channel, like you hear, I just bet it would be wonderful to have you as a caregiver. So, and thank you for doing that industry, especially in the pandemic. I'm gonna cry, like I'm gonna get emotional. People in the caregiving industry, I think, are really, first of all, it takes a really special person to be able to do that, to care for someone the level that the caregivers need to give to someone else's loved one. Sometimes I think my mom would benefit from a caregiver, but she says she's fine. But I look at how dirty her house is, guys. I love her. She does fine, but I think she could use some help sometimes. And I think that the VA would pay for that, but my mom is not interested. A lot of times, old people too. And I'm sure you run into this. I'm sure sometimes they don't want you in their house, but it seems like it always works out. And caregivers didn't really get a break during the pandemic. They didn't get to take time off, to take time away. And so just thank you for doing that. And I'm sure that the people whose lives you're in appreciate you being there and giving them as much as they probably need your help. I bet the social interaction, right? The pandemic was really hard on like seniors, on people like my mom. My mom's senior center that she loved going to still isn't reopened for like the activities. She still have to go play bingo. She's learning to play lotteria, which like she was explaining to me, she's like, it's like bingo. And I was like, Mom, I know what lotteria is. But she's playing that now. But she misses that social interaction. Sean Jefferson, I like watching me on YouTube. Well, thank you. I like being on YouTube as well. It is hard for me to be consistent on it because my foot's asleep. That's not why it's hard for me to be consistent, but my foot is asleep right now, guys. Oh, pins and needles. Because of my new job. I'm still getting settled there. And every week I'm like, oh, it's going to be better. Things are going to be calm. And now there's like a new requirement in California that everybody that serves alcohol like needs a new certification. And we're rolling that out. And like we've got Thor and that's been busy. And then our air conditioning broke. So we're trying to get that fixed. And then like I got a text earlier that our Coke machine is not working right. So there's always something. Colleen, your husband gets his care through the VA too, both West LA and the Sepulveda ambulatory locations, plus the outpatient clinic out here locally. It's okay, but not a nightmare. So my mom, it's a little bit of a pill about this. They started doing the outpatient centers where you can go like a little bit more locally to your house for some services. But they make you sign a waiver that says, like, I accept financial responsibility. Like, if someone else won't pay, and my mom won't sign that waiver. And I was like, Mom, it's just standard paperwork. Just sign it. I was like, I will pay it for you if they send you a bill. And she's like, no, I don't need the stress. So to the VA it is. And you know how hard it is to like call and even get an appointment. It's a mess. Sean, yes, coffee. But make it at home, 20-cent iced coffee. It's probably not 20 cents anymore. We've got to make Graham Stephan make his video and tell us how much it's gone up now due to inflation. Jillian, it's hard. A car loan with an 8.44% interest rate. Ooh, I need to lower this. I can refinance now and my credit score is 770. Jillian, please, 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 please. This is from 20 minutes ago. I hope you're still watching. Please check the interest rates at a credit union. I can almost guarantee you that that credit score is fire. So you should have the lowest interest rate possible. But two, and I don't know exactly why this is, but credit unions are going to give you a lower interest rate on refinancing your car than any traditional bank. But shop that rate around. And two credit unions I want you to try are First Entertainment Credit Union and Navy Federal Credit Union. Call both of them or show up on their doorstep and be like, hey, I want to refinance my car with you. What interest rate can you give me? Okay. Rhonda, you get almost 400 miles to tank. That's pretty good, Rhonda. That is real good. Okay. I love it. Rhonda's car runs on air. It's your spaceship. That's so cute. Hi, Francis. Still need to do my hair. Okay. Is everybody saying hello to everybody? So I think Social Justice Warrior says, I once walked 10 minutes down the street to Taco Bell and 30 minutes or so later my stomach ruined it. I love Taco Bell though. You always make sure that you have dental insurance. Yeah, but some people can't afford it. That's the scary thing. When are we getting the stimulus? So here in California, it's going to start to go out, which means it won't be finished, but it's going to start to go out in October. Rhonda, you've been going to Tijuana for your much needed dental work. My neighbor's niece is a dentist there. She's a wonderful dentist. Yeah, for those of us in California, we're lucky because we do kind of have that as an option. But yeah, that's definitely what a lot of people do that as well. Even Medicare has no dental insurance. Yeah. Does my mom own her own trailer? Yes. However, so we actually inherited my grandma's trailer. I grew up living in a trailer trash. That's fine. Call it what it is. I'm not embarrassed. I was when I was younger. I was embarrassed, but not anymore. So my grandma had a trailer for as long as I can remember. She's passed now. And for a little while, me and my mom had our own trailer. But at some point, my mom got welfare to help raise me. When I turned 18 and they no longer gave her welfare money to care for me, even though I was still living with her, we weren't able to afford, we were like trying to buy a trailer and like pay it off, but we couldn't afford to do that anymore. And then we lived a couple other places, and then we eventually moved into my grandma's trailer. It's a 3-bedroom, single wide. And so she inherited the trailer. So yes, but at one point we were so broke that we couldn't even afford the trailer payments on our own. And I think my mom is like, Shelly, I've done well. And that's true, she has. But at one point, like my mom was like, we might have to live in, she had a van because she's always done swap meeting. And she would make me go with her really early, and I would take naps on the van floor. But my mom was like, hey, girl, we might have to live in this van. Dental insurance is usually extra. Yep. It's rough. You do not belong to the church. They just help everyone. Yeah. So if you guys are hurting for food, just go get it wherever they'll give it to you. And don't be ashamed of that either. Okay. Look up coverage in Covered California. Platinum is based on your income, or the premiums based on your income. Yes, that is true. Okay, Medi-Cal, they have something called Denti-Cal. They have coverage, but maybe it sucks. Sometimes it sucks. Medi-Cal doesn't cover poo-poo, and neither does the secondary insurance. Live Your Life says, also, it costs a lot for a BMW, Mercedes, Jaguars. You've had these cars cheap monthly, but everything else is expensive. Yeah, don't get one of those, guys. The cheap gas comes from Mexico. It's fine, just don't drink it. Don't drink gas, any of you. You're happy with your low maintenance Hyundai. Yeah, okay, Hyundais, Kias, I think those are overlooked brands. So yeah, like nothing wrong with a Kia Forte. I don't even know if they still make that one, but that was one of the cars that I was looking at when I eventually got my Toyota Prius C. And I don't think they make the Prius C anymore, but it was cheaper than the regular Prius. And honestly, what caused me to get the Toyota Prius C, also the Yaris, I think is the cheapest Toyota. I'm not sure if they still make that one anymore either. But what caused me to get the Prius over like a Yaris, first of all, I didn't have any Yaris's. And then I was also looking at a Toyota Corolla, but like the car insurance was cheaper on the Prius C than it was on the Corolla. And between what I would be saving on gas and what I was saving on insurance, it made the Prius C a better choice than the Corolla. Patty, my son-in-law is selling his 2000 Toyota Solara for 6,000. I think it has 89K miles and it's a good, reliable car. He's willing to negotiate. It's a silver two-door sedan. All right, you guys. I don't know Patty, but you guys hit her up if you want more information. Okay. Josie, good day to you. Despite my busy schedule, thanks for being here today. Have a blessed Sunday. You as well. And now, now, Ed, I think you're telling a tall tale. You're an Uber driver, and I drive a Yugo. Now, here's why I'm going to say I don't believe you. My mom had a Yugo, right? She did. We had a Yugo, and you didn't go anywhere in it. I think like the gas gauge broke, so you couldn't tell when it had gas and when it didn't in the car. And here's why I don't think you have a Yugo, Mr. Ed. Where are you getting parts for this Yugo? You don't. So that's what happened. We had a Yugo, which was like the cheapest car on the market at the time, but you can't get parts for it. So, anyway, okay. Patty, what gym do I belong to? I always get them mixed up. I think I go to LA Fitness. Is it LA Fitness or 24-hour Fitness? I go to LA Fitness. I just had to look. And I've had that gym membership for a really long time, guys. If you're not using the gym, don't pay for a gym membership. But I obviously I haven't quite gone to the gym and I've kept my membership. I pay $21 a month for my gym membership. And honestly, I'm able to afford that. And so even if I'm not going as much as I should and using it, it's worth it to keep the gym membership, honestly, just in case my shower breaks and I need to go use the shower at the gym. Okay, let me see. Okay, Christopher says, I thought sending checks out is what led to inflation. Why do they keep doing it? Are they trying to help or make things worse? Okay, so Christopher, this time, yes, that does definitely help contribute to inflation. And one day I need to make a video about that, but it's so complicated. This time, the stimulus checks are coming from an excess in taxes, and that's true in almost every state that's issuing them. And again, for those of you just tuning in, on the map that's up on screen, the Yahoo Finance map, the states in dark purple are the ones that are sending out checks in 2022. Some people are calling them they're calling them different things. Some states are calling them stimulus checks. Some states are calling them middle income tax inflation stimulus checks. Some people are calling them gas stimulus checks. It depends. And some of those states, even the dark purple ones, I want to say it's Iowa's only giving out $75 and Illinois is giving out 50. I might have that backwards. Anyway, some states are only giving out $50 or $75. Like some states are giving out a lot less than California. California, the most you're going to get, and this is if you filed jointly and you had dependents, and if you filed jointly, you made less than $150,000. The most you would get back is $1,050. But yes, some of it did help lead to inflation, but most of that was the extra unemployment benefits, the PPP loan money, the stimulus checks sent to us by the federal government. This money is supposedly coming from surplus in state tax revenue. So they have to spend that money anyway. Basically, states aren't allowed to have surplus in their budget, but this might take money away from sorry, I got distracted because that might take money away from other programs like filling potholes. All right, Live Your Life says, I joined Yada with your link. Okay, I do want to say a couple more things about Yada Bank. They don't have physical bank locations, but most of us are now paying our bills online anyway, right? But if you want to go into a physical branch and withdraw your money, that gets a little trickier because they're an online bank, they're accredited, they're FDIC insured, but they don't have a physical location that you can go in and talk to a bank teller. They do have customer service. But I just pay my bills online. And the reason why Live Your Life is telling me this is because by using Yada Bank, And this is a bank that Graham Stephan believed in. And this is the amount I've got back in 2 years. But by using them, I've got back in prizes and stuff over $475. That's the actual amount from my actual account that I have got back. And that's more than the stimulus check just by using a bank. And I like them. So I hope you like them too. But I do want to, as much as I like them, I want to caution you that they don't have physical branches that you can go into, but they're great for like paying bills online or saving money. And they have a debit card. Anyway, I like them. Check them out, but do be mindful that they don't have like a physical branch that you can go into. Okay. Ed's credit union has great interest rates. Most credit unions have good rates. All right, social justice. My aunt has a similar 8% interest rate on her car loan, but she only owes like $4,000. Maybe it's not even worth it to refinance. I would, if she's not planning any other big purchases, why not lower the car payment? Nothing wrong with living in a trailer. It's a roof over your head. Absolutely. But when you're little, like, I think whatever makes you different, sometimes kids are embarrassed by. So that was my situation. Now I don't care. My best friend my best friend growing up had more money than I did. But now the tables have turned and I'm in a better financial situation than my friend. And my friend's like, well, look at me now. I'm renting your garage to do work from home because like their work from home situation isn't workable. So yeah, but growing up, people made fun of me. I think kids make fun of kids for like whatever is different about them. For me, it was that I lived in a trailer and that I was overweight. Kids are cruel sometimes. The trailer would be my inheritance and I can rent it out. So actually live your life. I can't rent it out. I would love to because that would be a good financial situation. But the rules of the trailer park where my mom lives, because okay, so you own the trailer, but you rent the land that the trailer sits on, and that is still much cheaper than rent. But it's in like the lease agreement or the rental agreement for the land that the trailer sits in that it needs to be owner occupied. And even I mentioned it had 3 bedrooms. So growing up, there's a bedroom for me, a bedroom for my mom, and a bedroom for my grandma. I just heard a weird noise. It sounded like someone was coming in my house. So I'm looking around. Anyway, it's also written in like the rental agreement that you can't have anyone live with you who's not related to you. So like my mom couldn't even like rent out a room in the trailer to someone who's not like related. So yeah. All right. Kias are everywhere now. Kias are good. How about South Carolina? Okay, I'm going to get confused. All right, we're going to check the map. South Carolina. Nope. All right. Guys, okay, we'll get there eventually. I get confused on the map. Where the heck is Carolina? All right. Where's Carolina? Oh, Carolina. Brala, jump and prance. Where the heck is Carolina? Because I don't know. Hold on. All right. Okay, is it this one? No. Somebody help me. Where's Carolina? The heck? Oh, South Carolina. Here we go. Sorry, public education. Okay. South Carolina. The state's recent budget included a $1 billion income tax rebate that is expected to provide checks up to $800 to residents later this year. Sorry, it took me so long to find South Carolina. Okay. When are we getting it in Cali and how much? Okay, so it depends on your income levels. The most anybody would get back is going to be $1,050. You only get $1,050 back if you're married filing jointly and you have dependents and you made under $150,000 filing jointly. If you're single and you don't have dependents, and you made less than $75,000, then you would get $350. Yes, Yada does have a debit card that you can use. And I actually just used it today because like supposedly you're supposed to get prizes back like that too. So I used it on Arco. I think that like showed. I spent $103 at Arco. I got the car wash and I filled my tank. And I bought some Red Bulls. Anyway, I didn't win my purchase for free. So they have whatever. They have like that cool feature too. Hold on. We're going to look at that real quick on Yada Bank. Hold on one second. Now, I have never won one of these bigger prizes. The most I won was like $69 back, but it's like free stuff. Check out the biggest purchases users have won for free using their Yada card. Robert won $5,000 in cash. Chris, $5,000. Marcos, $5,000, $5,000, $5,000. A bunch of people have won $5,000. I like seeing what they purchased because it says like Venmo transfer. Derek won $3,575 doing a Cash App transfer. I'm also curious, like if you can transfer money to like yourself. I don't know. That's probably cheating. But anyway. Also, Andre Gique, who is a YouTuber, like, so it'll show on like the leaderboard or whatever. And one day, that guy's making like $1 million a month making like YouTube videos. Okay, maybe not that much, but he's making more than I make in a whole year easily making YouTube videos. And that booger definitely showed up on the Yada winners list as winning like $160. Anyway. Yada link down below. They are a good bank. I like them. So let me know if you like them. And I do use their debit card. Oh, wait, Ed, do you know Jordan Cook, who's married to Andra Slaburbia? Because that's my ex-boyfriend. And I'm good on good terms with Audra. I'm not saying her name right. So I have the other half of this tattoo. So and Jordan has it on his forearm. So when we held hands, they linked up. Do you really live in Slab City? Okay. Well, tell Jordan I said hi. He plays at the range all the time. Okay. Diana, the VA hospital in Loma Linda is nice and even has a cafeteria. Yep, me and my mom have been there. I do like that one. When the stock market crashes, I have no idea, but trying to have some money saved. Okay. Do you have to file taxes on Social Security? Okay, so you don't have to file taxes if you make below a certain amount of money. But in order to get most of the stimulus checks, you do need to have filed your 2020 taxes. And yada, yada, you get that. It's going to start going out in October. All right, guys, I have to go to the gym, LA Fitness. So I have to end this. Check out the Webull link in the description down below. 6 free stocks. When you use my link down below, I think you have to deposit like $1 to get that. The reason why I like them is because they're giving out 6 free stocks, honestly. And I think that's a good way for people who aren't familiar with the stock market to learn about it is by getting free stocks. And I do recommend getting free stocks from every place that will give them to you. Public, Robinhood, Webull. What's the other one? There's one called Moomoo now. I have not got my free stock from Moomoo, so I don't have a link for that. But I have links to all the others. Maybe if you're not familiar with investing, don't put any money in beyond like the $1 you need to actually get your free stock. But I do think it's interesting to purchase free stock, not purchase it, but like get free stock and then watch the news articles and see how the news articles affect the free stock you got. Thank you for using my Yada link. Let me know if you like them. I like them. I like them because using Yada Bank, I've gotten more money back than I'm going to get from the stimulus. So why wouldn't I? When I was with Wells Fargo, literally getting a penny back every month. Now with Yada, in 2 years, it's been $475. I like that. Okay, guys, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Thanks so much for watching Shelly's Millions. I'll see you next time.